All right, welcome everybody. We're just gonna, there's people that can't be here during the day because they work during the day, but they like when we record things for them so they don't miss out on everything. So we just had a long discussion. So we're gonna make a short recording just so we can have something for them. So there's a one-page document here that we've created called Tefillah and Kavanah. So let's share screen. Let's go. Okay, everybody see the Tefillah? Does anybody see it? It says I'm screen sharing.
I can see it.
Okay. So we got one page here. Who would like to read for us?
I do.
All right. By all means, go ahead.
Tefillah, Tefillah, prayer, and Kavanah intention. This chapter explores the relationship between the words we say in prayer, Tefillah, and the intentions, Kavanah, behind them. What is Tefillah? Tefillah is the Hebrew word for prayer, and it comes from the root palal, meaning to judge or to assess. Prayer is not just an act of speaking words, it's a way to connect with God, seek guidance, and express gratitude.
And real quick, I would point out the difference between tefillah and davening, because when you're davening, you're reciting, so you're kind of speaking words there. This is why we put kavanah in with tefillah. So a lot of people use tefillah and davening interchangeably, but technically there is a little bit of a difference there.
But that's a very American thing. Only Americans say davening,
Well,
I
I'm in America,
discovered.
so that's what I'm
Yeah,
familiar
I'm just saying we have cultural differences everywhere. Um, the role of Kavanah in prayer. Kavanah refers to intention or mindfulness we bring to our prayers. It is about focusing the heart and mind while praying and not merely reciting words mechanically. Why Kavanah matters. Kavanah transforms prayer from a routine to a spiritual experience. With proper intention, the words of the prayer become a channel for connecting to God and expressing one's inner feelings. How to cultivate Kavanah. Before beginning a prayer, take a moment to clear your mind, reflect on the words you are about to recite. Think about the meaning of the prayer and why you are saying it. Prayer is a communication. Prayer is a conversation with God. When you pray, you're speaking to God as a loving parent, a guide, and a source of strength. It's important to realize that a prayer is not one-sided. It's a way to invite God's presence into your life. How prayer can transform. Prayer is a means of transformation. It allows us to express gratitude, ask for help, and seek clarity. Over time, as you pray more regularly and with more intention, prayer can bring peace, comfort, and a deeper connection to the divine.
Thank you. And if you are a Kabbalist, then you have probably learned that Kavanah is the lowest level. And then there's higher levels that you can go through as you go higher and higher through them. But I am not a Kabbalist. So you'd have to find one of those to ask what those different levels are. I learned it a long time ago. And so I pretty much just stick with Kavanah. But
May
if
I
you want
add
to dive,
something?
yeah, I was just going to say, if you want to dive deeper on that topic, there are places that you can go to go deeper into it. But again, I'm not a Kabbalist.
No, I have a special Siddur class with a rabbi who's from Israel and also speaks German. So he's also a community rabbi here. And he translates everything word by word and explains where it comes from, what like from various different sources. And it really, really connects me more to the prayer to go through the prayer word by word. If one can start studying Hebrew or get someone who's like a native speaker or fluent in Hebrew and go through it word by word because every translation is sometimes just losing something, no matter how good the translation is.
Yeah, and I recommend learning the Hebrew too. I mean, reach out to me if you can't read Hebrew, and I can help you with it. But there's a book that some of us are going through, Hebrew and the prayer book, And what I like about that is everything that it's showing you is sources from the Siddur. So you're not reading, the Red Cow. The book has many library, there's many books in the library, this type of thing. You're using things that you're going to see every single week or every day in the Siddur. And there's a lot of stuff in the Siddur that comes from the Torah. So not only are you learning what's in the Siddur, what you're reciting, but then when you're reading the Parsha, you can look over the Hebrew and, 50 pages into this book, you're translating entire paragraphs from the Torah, from the Hebrew alone. So, but this book, the prayer book, uh, Hebrew Made Easy, assumes you can already read Hebrew. So you have to know the consonants and the vowels and be able to pronounce them. Once you can do that, then you can jump into this book, and in no time you're translating Hebrew from the Siddur and from the Torah. So yeah, I recommend that because it does definitely. You don't want to be, even if you can't read Hebrew, you don't want to just be memorizing and not knowing what you're saying. You want to be able to know what you're saying in these prayers. And when you go into the synagogues, sometimes you see a lot of old people singing the songs, and you think they're fluent in Hebrew, and you talk to them, they don't even know the alphabet. They've just been doing it their whole lives, but never even learned. You don't want that. You want to know what you're saying. So I fully agree. Learning the translations is best. So if you need help learning Hebrew, you can reach out to me, and I can help you with that. There's a way to do it pretty quickly where you can start reading and pronouncing very quickly, even if you don't know the vocabulary that you're pronouncing. And once you get to there, then you can jump into the prayer book, Hebrew, and you'll start translating very quickly. So yeah, I fully agree. That's important. And if anyone needs help with that, reach out to me. Okay, it's late today. We had a long discussion before we started recording, so we've got a couple interesting classes coming up. If we could start early enough next week or the week after. So we'll try and do that next week. All right. Thanks for being here, everybody.